guys, welcome. It's another week of a new release stamp from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. This was part of the May 2020 release. This one is called Rainy Days. Whoops. Okay. And again, if you're not familiar with Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, their website is blueknightrubberstamps.com. They are high quality rubber stamp made here in the United States. And I know that right now, silhouettes with umbrellas are very hot. Like that seems to be trending this year, and quite a few stamp companies have done that. But I love this one because it doesn't have any rain in it. And I want to keep it that way for what I have an idea here for this card. I had talked about this before when I was doing the reveal of these stamps a few weeks back. But let's get into coloring some of the basics, and then we'll go into what I think I can do with this card. All right. So it is a pretty large stamp. It is a 5 1/4 by 4 size stamp, and I have that piece of Neenah Solar White Classic Crest cut down to 5 1/4 by 4 stuck in my Misty. I have the stamp here, and I am going to ink it up with some Brutus Monroe Detail Ink and Raven because we're going to color this today with alcohol markers. So here we go. Make sure that's nice and inked up. All right, looking good. Gotta do another one. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pull that out. Move that aside. All right, so this is going to be pretty easy to color. I have my Arteza Everblend markers here. Quite a few of those in my collection. Yeah, we're going to start coloring. So I'm going to start with some, I guess, beige. Yeah, we're going to kind of follow a little bit about what's going on here. I like using these for inspiration. So we're going to follow a little bit of that, and it does have the ground as kind of this light beige color. Now, of course, it would be very easy to do this in gray and make it certainly a kind of a gloomy, watery kind of day, but I have a different idea here. I'm just going to go in with some of this, make some of the areas that the artist kind of, they highlight and shadow these areas very well, so it makes it very easy for us to color. Okay. I'm going to go in with a lighter color now. Okay, this one is called Vanilla. Just going to blend all of that in. Okay, now we're going to do our ground in a bright green. Yes, green. Okay, so I'm going to start with some lime green. All I'm doing is just laying down my base color. Just starting to kind of put the picture idea in my head. I don't have to get into the fussies right now. Just doing some base colors. Okay. And we want to go in now with a little bit darker green. This is called pale green. So I'm going to use the pale green, kind of go around the trees, go around the ground here. Again, follow along anywhere where that artist kind of drew shadows. Okay, pretty easy so far. I'm going to do my trees. I'm going to do my trees in a hazelnut brown. And I'm really, at this point, only going to go about halfway up the trees with this color. This is a little bit darker color. Being real kind of scribbly here, not being too perfect, just following the lines of the tree. Just kind of, again, laying down some color here. I don't want to put too much color down because I don't want all of that brown to distract, and you're going to see why here in a second. Okay. And then I'm going to get a lighter brown. Let's go for some. I might have to grab my pack of browns out. Oh, here we go. Do this. Arteza does sell a nice collection of browns and grays. So if you don't have the colors that you want, they do sell other colors in packs, and the browns come in the flesh tone set, so you can get a couple extra colors in there, and then the grays have their own kind of set. So this is just a lighter brown, going in, filling in any of the white spots I left. I do kind of want my branches up top here to be a lighter color, so I'm going to use this to fill in up there. Again, not being real careful here, being real sketchy and not perfect. Just kind of outlining those tree branches, getting some of that color down. Okay. All right, let's do her umbrella and her raincoat. All right, I'm going to do her umbrella in a nice bright yellow. This is Tuscan Sun. Okay, this is my base color. Not as bright as I wanted it, so I'm going to go in with another yellow. There we go. Bumblebee yellow, much better. Okay. We have some sunflower yellow. Now for her coat, I think I would like to do that in a nice pale green. Or you know what, we'll do her coat in a turquoise. There we go, nice blue color. Because the artist has already put in the shadows for you, really don't need to go in with another color and add any of that. I think this looks fine just the way it is. So we have her bright yellow umbrella. Let me see here. That is sapphire yellow. All right. Good. Okay. Now, oops, I was off camera there. All right. So one of the things I said when I was going through these stamps and kind of reviewing what they were that is that I wanted to do these purple flowering trees. I believe they are in Australia or something like that. Trying to look them up right now. Okay, here they are. The Jacaranda tree. So let me look that up. So I'm looking up some images. Here we go. So I just go through Google, I type in the tree, and then there are all of these images. And you can see how it's like a beautiful, bright purple lilac tree. This is the image I was kind of looking for right here. Let's do this one here. So I was thinking this when I was looking at this stamp set. So I want to fill in some of that purple. And that's kind of why I did not want to do too dark of a brown on the trees. So we want the brown peeking through, but I really want that purple to show through. So I'm going to go through, let's see. Let's use some lilac. And I originally was going to do this with like paint. Maybe it'd be better to use the thicker end of the marker. But I think I can get this done with the, whoopsie. The markers, just by sprinkling that in there. And we're going to use a couple different colors of purple, but I think that would look really pretty all over these trees. Now, certainly you could stamp this out. But what's going to happen is as we add these colors in with different ranges of purple, some darker, some lighter, they will blend together with being Copics, being alcohol markers. You could certainly do this with watercolors. You could do it with paint. But I'm already liking how this is going to look. And as soon as I saw this stamp set, I was like, yes, this has to be those trees. So I'm also going to use the thinner end, and this is lilac, by the way, in case I didn't say that. I'm going to do some along the pathway here because, of course, if these petals have come off the tree, they're going to be in the pathway, right? And we'll add some darker colors as well. And we're going to add some green in there for some of the bushes. So just because a stamp has, you know, a specific image that that artist had, and this artist might have thought, oh, this is just a nice fall stroll down the beach. You can make this nice down the beach, down the lane. You could do, you know, some fall colors in the trees, some red, orange, yellow. You can make it a winter scene. You can make it a rainy scene. So I love the versatility of these stamps. But for this one, I just really was thinking about those trees and the bright purples and pinks that are involved in them. And how could I replicate that just by coloring this in? So that's why I wanted to leave some of the brown lighter up top on the trees so that the dark brown wouldn't overpower it. And it looks like you're looking through some of that purple. So of course, those branches are not going to be as dark if you're looking through the flowers, and so the bark of the tree is okay being a darker color. And this color is lavender. So that's all I'm going to do is just go in and dot these colors in, and you'll see as the marker kind of hits the paper, they blend out a little bit. They are going to complement each other. And then with the smaller tip, I'll do down towards the end here, in the middle more. And again, more throughout our little pathway. Let's see here, we can add another purple. We have violet. Oh, that's much darker. So I'm going to really focus that on the outside of my image. Kind of the perimeter of it. And then just sparsely sparkle that into the middle of the image. Sprinkle that, I should say, not sparkle that. So I want it darker on the outside of the image, but then, you know, kind of as I go in, let me go with this marker, the smaller tip, the bullet tip, and then because it's such a dark color, I don't want it to overpower our image, so we're going to go in with the smaller dots here. More sporadic in the middle and more concentrated towards the outside. Periwinkle. This is a much lighter purple, so we can go in with some larger colorings of this. Oh yeah, this is really nice. I do a lot of this color. I'm going to take this periwinkle and kind of fill in anywhere where it's too light. That's a nice fill-in color. You can really see how the trees are kind of taking shape here. That purple is standing out. To go to Australia is on my bucket list, and I would love to be able to see something like this. All right, and I'm just going to go in with some green and fill in our trees and such down here. We have some bushes. Go and add a little bit of darker green. Olive green. All right, now the end of the line there looks a little bland, so we are going to add a little bit of blue for our sky. Make sure that might be too dark. A much lighter blue. Let's see here. It's a little bright, but we're going to go with it. We're really going to put it really in this area here. This is called sky blue. And I can go in with my blender and lighten it up a little bit. And then you can go in with your blending marker, kind of blend that a little bit, take away some of those brush strokes, well, marker strokes. There we go. Doesn't that look like a fun scene to walk down? Now here, if you wanted to clean it up, then you could go in with some lighter browns again and clean up your trees. So now once our base layer is kind of down, you know, if you wanted to go in and fill in all of the white spots that are left and clean up your trees, clean up your ground, you know, the sky. Now you can go in with your browns and kind of go in there and fill all that in. All right, there we go. So just cut the card panel down a little bit, mount it on my card base, and we're done. I will link everything down in the description below for you. If you have any questions, post them down in comments. Again, the name of the stamp is called Rainy Days from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. There you go. And you can pick it up at bluenightrubberstamps.com. The markers I used were the Arteza Everblend markers. I'll link those for you as well. If you have any questions, post them down below. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, I appreciate your thumbs up. Bye-bye.